combo sets. Hearty noodle bowls. Waterfall soup.
Alrighty guys, good evening, welcome in. How's everyone doing today? David, congrats on first. How are you doing today? How was your Thursday? It's almost the weekend, guys. And Charlotte, welcome in as well. How are you? Just a reminder, we're going to start the ZZZ 2.0 story, not 2.0, 2.2 story today. Probably also, before we do that, while people are kind of trickling in, we'll also kind of check in on the other dailies, Genshin and Starro. And then remind you guys, tomorrow we're doing our Fae polls for the new Regna Ferox festival, and then in Fae. Saturday might be an IRL stream. We'll see if we can get online during the afternoon. Then I'll do an IRL stream from the marching band competition we're hosting. We are definitely still gonna stream in the evening after I come home from the competition, but if I can get on in the afternoon, we might do a second stream. Well, technically a first stream and then a second one later. Good news, ZZZ is back. 2.2 stories peak. You said that about 2.0, Destiny. 2.2 was, or 2.0 was good, but I mean it wasn't amazing. I feel like you say that about every patch. Maybe. Let's see. Charlotte's pretty good. Not much new in my world lately, but a lot of soccer news today, and not all of it. Not all of it good. I'm just trying to get through the week. It's a big, stressful week. Because, like I said, we not only have a game to perform at tomorrow, all the kids performing at, but Saturday we're hosting a marching competition. So, and it's been an interesting year because we have a much younger group than normal. They're putting in a lot of effort, but because the group is so young, it's taken a while to get them up to par where we normally have them at this point in the season. But no, they're putting in a ton of effort, so it's always good to see that. And ultimately, I think that's a good sign for the future too, because knowing that they're already putting this kind of effort when they're such a young group, once they kind of mature into like the future leaders of the band, I think that's gonna, pay dividends. Let's say he's resigning as executive chairman. Listen, away from Angel City. Oh, they're poaching, huh? Poaching. I mean, that happens a lot, so. Why does someone my alt? It says there's an ad playing, but it's not an ad playing. It's just the stream. That's weird. All right, but Destiny, how would you compare it to like 2.0? Because you said 2.0 was like the best thing that ever came out of ZZZ. Hey, there's a poll right there, and more polychromes, and more polychromes. And let's do all this stuff here. Thalana Bird, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hey, look at that sub right there. Remember, guys, today or this month is September, so you get a discount off your subs and resubs. Oh man, now my alt is getting ads. It's a Ghirardelli ad. I want chocolate. Boom. Ad break. You know how you guys can get rid of those ads. I mean, not that you can hear me right now, but. Back from ads. Welcome back. Let me see. I'm sadly unhappy about it. Back when it's just rumored, I had a sign that isn't Chelsea stacked enough. Are they like the Yankees? Or they just buy everything? Is your favorite player on the team? That's how I felt with oh, what's her name? Because it feels like Candace Parker, who's a hometown hero for the Sky. They kind of just left real fast after the championship. September, you know what that means? 25% off subs. Subscribe and go ad free. Get extra emojis in other channels in here. And who knows, maybe you can force Tanuki TV to pull. Thank you for that, Lonabird. Wait, how do you make announcements? I don't even know how to do that. Okay, I got a bingo there. Trying something new. Did I do good? I don't even. Oh, wait, how'd you do that? I don't even know how to do that. Using announce blue. Are there other announce colors? Like, is there announce red and announce green and announce purple and announce yellow? Is this like their agent story or something? I don't even know. There's blue, orange, red, and yellow. See, on mobile, your announcement just looks purple, but in desktop here, it's like a purple gradient. Alright, let's get these real fast. Is the volume okay for the game for you guys? Sounds very quiet on my end. Alright, this is Seed's demo. So announce blue, announce purple, announce yellow, announce orange. Okay. Wait, which one did you do initially? The reigning women's Super League champions. Think it was a women's soccer equivalent of the MLB, but in England. Right. But what I'm saying is, like, is that particular team like the equivalent of the Yankees, where they just like buy everything? Oh, you did announce purple. Okay, so that makes sense then. All right, so here's Seed. Oh, essentially a scooter.
Let's paint this place red with your firepower.
Keep distance. Sustain fire.
Okay, so we have a tactic ally.
Look at that.
Oh, so they also shoot. See? Okay, yeah, so that's announced purple. I don't know if any Yankees comparisons are accurate, albeit because I don't know about the. Oh, you don't know a lot about them? Okay. But it's from the little you've mentioned, it does sound like they're just buying talent instead of like growing it. See, gain steel charge when hitting an enemy.
It'll be A-okay.
whenever you see something separated, I'm gonna paste that message.
Increasing firepower output.
Well, I mean, it is September. So thanks for the support, guys. Hit that sub button.
Keep distance. Sustain fire.
Definitely not my type. Just going a little harder won't hurt. Teaching you. Pulverize them. Oh, come on.
When was that? Miss Alyssa Thompson Daly. She's your favorite player on the team.
This sounds wide open.
Thank you, Lambert.
Amazing play.
Warning. Hostile target showing high energy levels.
Hey, Bernadette fan, welcome in. How are you doing today? We're gonna start the new story in a second. I don't know if you've started that yet. We're just doing like the character demos and all that. Managed to win their most recent match without them in the starting 11 or even on the bench. Next demo. Oh, you haven't yet? Okay. Yeah, we're just doing dailies first and doing like things like the character demos and all that. But we'll start the story. We're not gonna finish today, but we'll get started.
Recalibrating.
So this is Trigger. Ta-da!
I'm here.
I'll pierce right through.
Get away from me.
Dragon, welcome in. How are you doing today? Too lazy to right now? No, I feel that. I'm actually like quite tired. Guys, I'm gonna be tired all week. We have a football game tomorrow. We have our home marching competition on Saturday. I mean, it's not that long of a competition compared to what we've had in the past, but it's still a long day.
The melody of combat. Increase firepower. Increase firepower. Holding position.
Over here.
Soccer as the batting order is baseball. I had that message to Stream Elements. I mean,
I'll pierce right through.
maybe. Speaking of ZZZ, did you see Horrorverse? Not recently. Let me actually check after this battle. I probably should check. Oh wait, did you post your polls? Wait, who did you poll again? I think I saw that you got someone. Did you get Trigger? Wait, I think I remember vaguely seeing that you got Trigger in 30 polls. Is that right? Ow.
Gotta run. Get it. My turn. My turn.
In target locked. Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill. Time to pin them down. The target's weary.
Neat and tidy. That'll teach ya.
Show no mercy.
Fine. No problem.
Got you covered. Recalibrating.
I was impressed with the defensive plays by Angel City's goalkeeper. Only Seabird's third appearance with Angel City. I'm good. Not gonna stick around for the story. How are you? Doing okay. Like I said, I'm tired. Just got home from rehearsal. We're getting a little frustrated from some planning stuff with a friend that's trying to help out with a trip. Who said like, hey, I'll contact you in an hour or in a day, and it's been like 4 days. I'm like, really? It also helps that they're cute, but that's frosting on the proverbial cake. Why must it be proverbial? I could go for some cake. I haven't had cake in a while. Portillo's, anyone? Portillo's chocolate cake? Buy a new game, but what? First going broke from a game? That's not a good sign. Why is it not registering like more basic attacks? There we go. Can now watch live action Lilo and Stitch. I think I saw something like about like Lilo and Stitch with the logo on Disney Plus. Most AAA games these are 130. Not what I was expecting. I don't know if I started with Set and Pity and ended with Set. Oh, nice. Well, it's like you're starting the exact same spot for the next one. Who's your next target then? So you did get Trigger, huh? Here, say hi before you do story. Appreciate it. Welcome in. We're just doing the character demos real fast. Looks on Crashed eShop and Steam. That's my old spoiler. The remake notably doesn't have two. Would you say overall still worth it or no?
I'm here.
Feel the power of Starlight!
Behave now.
There's jazz about it, but try it if you want. I mean, I'm not in a rush to. Yeah, my September movie is gonna be Howl's Moving Castle. October is gonna have Tron Ares, Spirited Away, and apparently also Back to the Future in 4DX now. And then November is gonna be Boy and the Heron, and then Wicked for Good. You think Vivian's your next target? Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna try for Evelyn, and then after that, Vivian's probably the next one rerunning that I'm gonna get. But I also do want to eventually, when they eventually do rerun, I do want to pick up Jufufu. Maybe Ambi. We'll see. One more demo. For live action, they fundamentally do not understand anything about Nani as a character and spit on everything about her. Ooh. Causing problems.
Fracture.
Oh my god, I'm so tired. Okay. Realistically, is starting right now a good idea? I really actually kind of do want to start the story. But I'm also like ridiculously tired.
Everyone will get their share.
I'm here.
Can I see your spreadsheet? The calendar?
Okay, take a kill.
Wait, the calendar or the one that keeps track of my wins and losses?
Billy, go
Like,
grease
do you
your
need to
gear.
see all the banners that there were, or do you need to see like an example of how I organize it?
Fine. Get away from me!
The calendar? Okay, yeah, I can share that. Let me just take down this guy.
Fine.
I don't know if I go that far, but too much has changed. Mosquito gag, which is awful because the reveal of its origin was one of the
No good
things.
surrendering. They're exposed. I'm here. Eliminating target. Time to act.
My bullets never lose sight of their target. Don't worry. Everyone will
Because
get
I
their
mentioned once
share.
in passing and never again. I wonder if they had more, but then like cut it out. Alright, I'm gonna get the calendar for bringing that in. And anyone else that wants to look at the calendar, guys, it's again very helpful. And again, predictions for the Nodcry banners are in gray, so they're not confirmed, they're not leaks or anything like that. I'm just doing those predictions based on announced characters, Natlan characters that have yet to rerun, patterns with like the Archon quests, and patterns with banner pairings, and just all this stuff like that. Just kind of knowing Hoyo being Hoyo. Wait, chat, like, honest question. I'm very tired. Do you think I should start the story to get a head start on it, or wait so that I can be a bit more cohesive and do a larger chunk? I'm done with either remake for budgetary concerns. Alright, let's use it on money. Certain scenes in the remake were compressed to the point of compromise. Namely the trial and jail wake scenes. That's why I like that they made Wicked 2 parts.
It's not time to sheathe my blade just yet. My blade is already sheathed.
And break. Continue to do that.
Waste of time.
Such as I and several other people think, the one film Disney should remake for live action medium is the one that that I would write and direct myself. Which one again? I think they should redo as a live action, or even just another animation. I'm good either way. The one that I want to see is Black Cauldron. Dane.
There's no time to lose.
More of a retelling. Anyone else? Black Cauldron? Yes? No? Or have you guys not seen Black Cauldron yet? Princess Ailanu should be a Disney princess. How many people do I have? Oh, okay, chat, like, honest question. If I am this tired, should I do story or should I wait? Because I do want to get a head start on it, but at the same time, I also want things to be a bit more cohesive. Like, if I'm only going to play, like, 10 minutes and, like, pass out, that's not worth doing. I think some of the Black Cauldron, not all of it, but enough to get a gist of it. It's actually relatively short, because I just feel like they kind of gave up on the project partway through. So, I actually hadn't seen it. It was the last of the entire Disney Animation Studios canon that I hadn't seen, and the first time I actually got to, because like they never released it on physical media. Well, I mean they had in the past, but like I think people were tracking like, oh, like as they release all the Disney Animation Studios Blu-rays, they were like keeping track. Okay, here's one. This one gets a re-release already, and then like Black Cauldron was the only one that they hadn't released. I don't know if they have yet. I'm hoping they have, but I know for a long time that was the one that they hadn't released, and people were just like waiting. Are we gonna get Black Cauldron on Blu-ray? Are we gonna get Black Cauldron? But I finally got to see it when Disney Plus became a thing. So I was like, I'm watching this finally. I think you should wait. No sense in you nodding off during the story. Otherwise, you'll be like, huh, what? I'm awake. I don't do that. What are you talking about? Like, I legit do want to get started. But I also would prefer everything. Like, if I'm only going to play 10 minutes, if I'm and like pass out, I don't know. Gonna grab Trigger. I'm not opposed to throwing a 10 pull at either of these characters, but I'm not gonna go hard for either of them. I think the big one we're saving for right now, not specifically saving, is going for Evelyn. And then I don't know if I'm even going for Evelyn's engine. I probably will at least wait till the special program to determine if I want their engine or if I want to save for an upcoming character. I don't think Jufu is rerunning for a while, but she's probably of the ones I'm planning on maybe going for. She's probably the one I want most. Vivian's probably more likely sooner. So like Evelyn, Vivian, maybe Anby. If you get Trigger's W engine, she becomes not just a stunner but a support unit too. But like, what team would I use her on that I have? Like, I like Trigger. I don't know if I necessarily need them on the roster right now. Most teams, honestly. I mean, I kind of like the two teams that I have as my main teams. I just spit on my keyboard. Hang on. Sometimes I do as a joke with my sister's kids. They'll be watching one of their shows during long car rides, and there'll be a bell ring, and I'll go, "Huh? What?" I'm like, that's funny, actually. That's a good one, actually. Good, basically any non-anomaly team. So like Rupture, because I don't know what else other team. Oh, what are my teams anyway? These two, 1 and 3. I don't really use 2 as much anymore. Although I mean, I guess I can. Yuen, Chingy, and Nicole. Rupture is getting a new separate team soon. But like the only ones I really use these days are these two on the left. I really probably should have more though. So I guess maybe going for Trigger might not be so bad. I have the pulls. It's just that I don't know what's 2.3. Because again, I do want to try for Evelyn. And if Vivian is going to be in 2.3, I kind of want to go for them. And maybe Anby as well. I don't think Jufu is going to run for a while still. Let me see how many polls I have then. Bernadette fan, did you get the link I sent? I can also send it to your Discord. I'm not allowed to speak on this stream due to... No, okay, so Destiny, we're actually having a serious discussion about that. I actually legit do want to get started. But at the same time, I'm ridiculously tired, and I'm worried that if I'm, like, passing out on stream or, like, nodding off, I'm going to, like, miss a lot of it. And then I'll probably just try to like fake that I'm okay by like just pressing the button and advance the story. And then if I'm like 20 minutes in, 30 minutes in, and I'm like, guys, it's too much, then I have like then the VOD's gonna be broken up into like, here's a small chunk and then here's a giant chunk. And then like I like things being a bit more cohesive. So like serious question. What do you guys think? Destiny, let me ask you this. How long did it take you? And also, did you skip dialogue? Your Schwen team will apparently be Schwen, Lucia, Panda. I haven't seen enough on Lucia to really want to go for them. Fufu and Trigger kind of serve similar roles, I think, as off-field stunners. Fufu's a kitty, right? Fufu's a kitty, yeah. I'm not a kitty! Tiger Kitty to be exact. So Destiny, how long did it take you to do 2.2? 3 cat tyrants in the game. Well, 4. Wait, who are the 4? Oh, Seth's the cat. I didn't even really think about that. Doesn't it say they were wrapping up after like 2 hours of the update being out? Polkar, yeah, Polkar has 3 times more screen time than Seth, and Polkar doesn't even have that much screen time anymore. But like, yeah, no, you're not wrong. All right, let's think about this. It's 9:30. I locked in. Said a very kid-like voice. Rawr. But yeah, no, I don't think they're gonna rerun for a while, so I think I have time on them. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Evelyn, by the end of Evelyn's banner, I should have 404 pulls. And let's say I do eventually go for them and their engine. What's that? That's 340. So I'll be left with like 60. Now let's say Vivian runs. At the earliest 2.3 phase 1. That means by the end of that banner, I'm only gonna have about 110. Need to prioritize Yuzaha. Fufu is my daughter right now, so I also want to run rerun. Swept, not sweeped. Sleep through the swept through the combat sections, and the boss actually followed the rhythm of the fest. Goons lost to 50-50 on Seed's banner. Alright, chat, where do we stand? Should I start story, or should I hold off until I'm, like, conscious? What's the good news? I need to guarantee I get Lucia. And several Monato copies. Start story. I say hold off. The red icon annoyed me so much that I just chose to take Grace from the 300. She's M1 now. I really want to hold off on mine until I get one of the others, because I'm still missing Kaleda and Rena. Pray you paid attention during 2.1 and 2.1. I paid attention during 2.0 and 2.1 because I was like, I had enough sleep and I was like conscious. Like I legit am like half out of it right now. So I like, as much as I do want to start, I am worried that I'll be like 15 minutes in and I'll be like, guys, we gotta stop, because I don't want to split the story into like, here's 15 minutes, here's 3 hours, and then that's it. Like if I'm gonna split it, I'd rather do like, here's an hour and a half, here's an hour and a half, or here's 2 hours, here's 2 hours, whatever. Did not waste the foreshadowing. I can't handle the icons constantly telling me. Yeah, no, those annoy me, but it's not enough to get me to like, because I don't want to go for like Kaleda and then I next 10 pull somewhere I get a Kaleda, and now we have no Renas and 2 Kaledas. So yeah, they annoy me too, but not enough for me to be like, you know what, screw it, let's go. I can wait as long as it's not expiring. I can wait. Let me see. Because here, okay, here was the plan. I was going to start today. Tomorrow was Faye. Saturday, I have the marching competition, but I should be home by like 9, and then I don't have work the next day. So I can stay late. And then we can also do Sunday as well. And Sunday, I have nothing, so I probably would have slept in and been fully rested. And then like, I think I probably have started a little bit earlier maybe and go a little bit later. Wondering how the hell they redeem Damien enough to make him playable after how genuinely evil he was in the first scene with Alice. I honestly, I don't know if they'll redeem them enough to everyone's satisfaction, but I'm sure there'll be enough to be like, all right, we're gonna make them playable. Oh, by the way, chat, who do we think NF are reruns with in Genshin? I'm trying to figure out the Nod Cry banners, like prediction wise. Think with Flynn's. So you think Flynn's gets a rerun, and an F a reruns with them? The problem, I mean, I guess they don't have to rerun in FS so early, because right now, so there's 4 Natline characters that have yet to rerun. And because it's usually over 6 months. But not maybe they rarely, the first rerun rarely goes more than 9 months. It's not impossible, but like usually they try and go 6 to 9 months. So that's why I have Varessa, Skirk, Escoffier all running before the end of Luna 3. Now Flynn's could rerun. When did we get Kaniche? 5.6 after running in 5.0, so it's 6 updates later. Mualani was 8 updates later. Let's probably rerun in Luna 5 or 6. Let me take a look here. So only 4 updates after the last one. Time-wise, we're looking at... I think 5's too early. 6 could work, because that's like 6 months after. Rerun's usually 6 to 8 months. Yeah, I was saying 6 to 9 months, but so basically, yeah, because Luna 5 is only, it's just over 4 months, and then Luna 6 is essentially 6 months after. I think it's Luna 6 then. But here's the thing: if we do Luna 6, I usually assume the new character is going to be like the first phase if there's only one. Now, Flynn's and the Nefa would both be a rerun. So if they're together, I would assume they're phase 2. Which means phase 1 would be a new character with Moeka. Which new character makes sense with Moeka? Who do we have left? We have Varka, we have Alice, we have Sandrone. I don't think Sandrone runs that early in Luna 6. Who's left? Did we forget anyone? I think for the hydrate. Gosh, I can stretch. Guessing though, Flynn's jumps ahead instead of her being held back. That's fair. 11 wins and 6 losses. That's pretty good though. That's probably roughly the same rate. I mean, I haven't pulled as much on ZZZ, I don't think, but it's probably the same like ratio. Hey, Bowshock, did you see the special conversation? I have the link. Yeah, I saw the link you posted in Discord. Thank you. Varka, Alice, Sandrone should be like... Yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe Capitano. Ooh. That actually would pair well with Moeka. I have the link for special conversation. Want to watch it here? Let's watch it tomorrow because we are doing an all face stream tomorrow, Bochak. So we can start with that. Can you have that ready? And then we can go from there. Today was supposed to be a ZZZ stream, but I'm like completely out of it. We're debating. Destiny wants me to start. Charlotte said to hold off. I forgot what everyone else said. I just don't want to do like a, because again, ideally in my mind, I would like to stream for like an hour and a half. I don't want to stream for like 10 minutes and be like, let's call it quits. And then the rest of it is all in one separate VOD. I'd rather do like 2 hours and 2 hours versus like 15 minutes and like 3.5, because that's dumb. Is there a logic that Capitano would finally make their playable debut in Nod Cry? Because theoretically, they should have some relevance to the story, right? Capitano Malika rerun Luna 6, Varka, Alice, Luna 7. You think Varka and Alice in Luna 7? Do you think on separate phases or same phase? Hold on, let me see what I have on those ones. Sandra on Luna 8 as a lead into Snezhnaya, maybe? Possibly. See, I don't things I don't need. This is weird because I expect that this is gonna run one update shorter than usual, as opposed to some people have suggested they're gonna run the updates and phases shorter to compensate. I don't think so, because Luna 8 makes sense because of 8 phases of the moon. So what does that mean for summer event? I don't know. So this is unprecedented. So there's that. So there's no real, like, this is right or that's right. This is, I think, unprecedented. Because if they wanted to line it up with Snezhnaya with the anniversary, either it's only 8 updates instead of 9, the usual 9, or they shorten the updates and phases, which I don't know that they do. Not Cry job is wrap up past story. Technically, he's a past story. Like, he's absolutely coming back, probably via clone. Okay. So do you think? Okay. So then, basically, he has justification for being released during the Night Cry section. So that's okay. And then, do you think Varka and Alice are same or separate phases? I'm trying to figure these out. So let me put that in. So maybe, yeah, Moika then might be phase 1, which is actually, I'm seeing a lot of in terms of my predictions, a lot of Archons are actually rerunning in a phase 1 release as opposed to phase 2 in a lot of the past banners. Like we already have Nahida in phase 1. I think Zhongli is gonna be phase 1 of Luna 2. Farina I have as phase 2, unless Columbina and Farina run at the same time and Skirk and Escoffier get paired, which I guess could happen. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I have it right now as Columbina Skirk and then Farina Escoffier, unless you guys think Skirk and Farina flip-flop and it's Columbina Farina. The only reason I'm saying that is because, like, again, I'm seeing a pattern now of phase 1 Archon reruns. Higher chance Hoyo cancels Genshin before Snezhnaya. Wait, what? Higher chance of Hoyo cancels. Oh, of them than of them not doing a summer event. Okay. Because the Torah is confirmed to show up in Nightcry. I assume it will be bringing in Clone Capitano. If never rumors are true, Resistance kills Nilu right after Nikon's revival. Wait, what? Who? What? Where? What do you mean her existence kills Nilu? What do you mean her existence? After Nilu's revival, okay. But anyway, Capitano Mawika, and who else did we say? We said Flynn's. Supposedly Nefer consumes bloom seeds to grow stronger. Neil's thing is making tons of quick exploding bloom seeds. But why would that kill them? Nefer works. Nilu won't work on Nefer teams. So Nefer would absorb all the seeds. Oh, okay. Why would that kill them though? You're saying it kills their usage or makes them useless? But like, why then? Why wouldn't you just say like they work on separate teams? Kind of like how we say like, oh, Farina and Arlecchino can't work well on the same team. That doesn't mean it makes either one of them useless. It just means keep them separate. All right. Being the best bloom unit, Nefer teams probably take that spot. I don't think that kills Nilu. Or it kills, like, the prospect of using Nilu. Like, now that being said, I do see Nodcry power creeping a lot of things. I feel like Nodcry has to power creep a lot of Fontaine characters, actually. My reasoning for that is we're getting a Sumeru Chronicle Wish. If we were to get a Fontaine Chronicle Wish, so many of those characters are still meta, and a lot of them haven't had reruns. A lot of them haven't had enough reruns yet, and there's so many of them that are meta. So I think we're gonna get a Mondstadt Chronicle Wish before we get Fontaine's, and I think for Fontaine to finally get its Chronicle Wish, they need to be knocked down a peg. So I think there's gonna be some power creep. Trade off for Nilu being so restricted was she was the best bloom unit. So now she's heavily restricted. I wouldn't say this is heavily restricted. It's just don't put them on the team with Nefer. And doesn't even get to be the best at what she does. I think she just becomes like a lesser option. Hey Dorla, welcome in. How you doing? I think I am gonna get a second win, so I'm stalling a little bit so I can start story while being like present. I'm stalling a little bit. So you think we already get era? What does that mean? Do people divide these into eras by power creep? Neither is heavily restricted. She does not function if your team isn't 100% Hydrodendro. Right, but that doesn't mean like you can't use her. Like if someone doesn't have Nefer, Nilu's still like fantastic, right? I'm seeing The Conjuring tomorrow. My next movie in theaters is probably the Ghibli Fest of Howl's Moving Castle, which is fantastic, by the way. You guys should all see it. These are categorized into 3 eras based on general strength. Era 1 is 1 to 3. 3 is Sumeru, right? 2 is Fontaine. 3 was Natlan. I don't necessarily think 3 is going to be like so much stronger than Natlan. I think it has to power creep Fontaine, or something has to power creep Fontaine before we can get a Fontaine Chronicle Wish. Unless we're not getting Fontaine Chronicle Wish at all during Nod Cry, in which case they can stall a little bit longer and Snezhnaya can power creep Fontaine. Although I don't see here. I don't know. Until Fontaine power creep wasn't as much of a factor. Oh, until Fontaine, power creep wasn't as much of a factor. Okay. Yeah, but the thing is, like, okay, do you guys agree though that like a Fontaine Chronicle Wish is too good right now, right? Like, look at how many of those characters. Again, it's essentially everyone except Farina from Fontaine. How many of those characters are still like meta unless you take out a bunch of them. Like, hey, give us Linny. Hey, give us who's that? Like, what do we got? We got Farina. We got Navia. We got Shen Yun. We got Chiori. I mean, they can give us Chiori. They can give us. We got Arlecchino. We got Clorand. Siegeween. Siegeween's like the one equalizer there. We got Emily. Fontaine added way more units who were significantly stronger than anything prior. And Natlan did it again. Yeah, I agree with both those statements. Not really. A Fontaine Chronicle Wish would exclude Nouvelette and Farina. Other than that, they definitely show their age. Really? Arlecchino and Navia and Clorand are fun, but none are still meta. But like, even putting them on a Chronicle Wish right now, I feel like everyone would be like, "Oh, this is such a good deal!" Like imagine getting Arlecchino on a loss. I'm like what? Clorand lost her place to Varessa. Arlecchino did to Moika. Like, okay, they may not be the best, but they're still like amazing. Navia isn't meta anymore. I think it's just more like a Geo problem. I don't know. I think it's still too early for Fontaine Chronicle Wish. I think a lot of these characters need to be like knocked down a little bit. Again, they don't have to necessarily like be much stronger than Natlan. They maybe just something with their mechanic that makes the Fontaine characters more justifiable in a Chronicle Wish. All three are definitely Era 2 units. Any given Natlan Limited has more value than them. Navia's still best Geo DPS. Yeah, for a Geo DPS, like Navia's great, but I think Geo itself, because it doesn't do reactions, Navia's still best Geo DPS, but Geo kind of sucks. Yeah, because it doesn't do reactions. I wonder if they're gonna find a way, especially with this whole like lunar thing, to find a way to give Geo a reaction. But that's the whole point of Geo, is like it's like Earth. It doesn't react. It's like inert. Hopefully Abyss will fix Geometry. Like, how, though? Okay. How do we get on this discussion again? Okay, hold on. Flynn's and Effa for Luna 6. Capitano, Moika. Let me check who else we're missing on the list. Of the characters they revealed, let's see. So we know Aino's 4-star. Do we think Jehoda is a 4-star? I've seen a lot of people say that Jehoda is probably a 4-star. Maybe get a reaction of like dark matter or corrosion. Feel kind of bad for Geo. Honestly, me too. But I mean, the way like the element is like conceived, it makes sense that it wouldn't react with anything. Or make Zhongli's Petrify into a reaction for Abyss in Geo. Jehoda's 99% a 4-star. Okay. She's in a bad spot. Yeah. And again, yeah, I do feel like it's kind of unfair to Geo, but just because of the way the whole concept of Geo is conceived there, it's like their hands are tied. Who came up with this idea? Who's responsible for this? All right, so I'm not gonna worry about Jehoda then, but yeah, then that means we've got all the announced characters. And the only one I've added to that list in terms of like characters that will probably be on limited banners and not Cry is Capitano. Cry was fixed via Escoffier, so Geo's back to being the worst element. When did they start reruns in Natlan and Fontaine? Hold on. Of the characters that were new. Shinyu, Nahida, Shao, Yamiko, Chiorito, Nicolette, Kazuha, Kino, Linny. Was it Linny? Who ran in 4.0 and 4.1? Do you guys know? I don't have my calendar here because I didn't start yet. Or I didn't start pulling it yet. Also, you have met Nicole already. She's gonna be. Wait, hold on. Let me back up. I'm gonna get this out of order. I'm getting more and more excited for Nicole. She's gonna be so interesting in the lore wise. Also, you have met Nicole already. Was it in one of those like storybook like dream things, dimension things? Or who was that? She was the teacup that told us how we can trick the prophecy. In the Fontaine. Yeah, something like yeah. But we haven't like met her face to face, right? Yeah, so like that's I was like that sounds familiar. Feel bad for Geo and its users. But yeah, there's a lot of people that like want these characters to be good. And I think that's the dilemma there. All right, I don't remember who's in 4.0 and 4.1. I have a feeling it was Linny. Linny reran in 4.6. Haven't met Nicole in person, but we met her and she impacted the story pretty heavily. Yeah, I do remember. Well, kind of sort of. 4.0 was Linny. Was there anyone else new in 4.0? And do you remember who was 4.1? I know Farina was 4.2 because that's the first thing I have on the calendar because that was the first time I started pulling. So, okay, so they waited until basically the 7th update for reruns. 4.1 was Nouvellette and Ridesley. Oh, yeah. Nouvellette ran in 4.5. Okay, so that one they waited only 4 updates. Actually, not even 4. Wait. Yeah, 4. No, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 updates, and they gave us Nouvellette again. Only had Linny as a new 5-star, but also added Lynette. Right, okay. Was she free, or was she just a 4-star? Okay, so Linny took a little longer to come back. Nouvellette took only 4 updates, so that means there's precedent for Luna 5 to start having any reruns. 3 was Navi. Yeah, I have that. Everything 4.2 onward I have on my calendar was free and on Linny's banner. Okay. So if we keep that in mind, that Luna 5 can start having reruns. Do any... Let's see. Let's see. Nicole for Luna 4, maybe. See, I'm not even conscious enough to type properly. Are there any early Nod Cry characters that would make sense running with Raiden? Or they should give us Kenichi again. Nicole and Venti are probably same update. You think Nicole and Venti? I'll put them on the same phase 1 then, because if Nicole is there, I feel like Venti is gonna be phase 1. Unless there's 2 new characters, Nicole will give Venti lore. Nicole is what element again? I guess anything works with Animo characters. Or almost anything. Anything swirlable, I guess. There's got to be an update in here somewhere out of these 8, where it's like, hey, we're gonna take a clear side track and go and explore this character in this story. Maybe one that we haven't even learned about yet. I just don't know which update that would be. Although I don't have anything else besides Raiden for Luna 5. But yeah, Luna 5, if we could start having... We don't know. Oh, okay. Some people are hoping she's cryo. I mean, that could work with Venti. Like I said, yeah, almost anything. But But yeah, okay, so who out of so far, who would work well with Raiden in terms of like a pairing? So because out of like what are our potential reruns? Llama, Flynn's. No, we already have Flynn's running in 6. But I guess, yeah, I guess Flynn's and NFA could run in 5. I know you were talking earlier about like 6 weeks, but it sounds like Nouvellette only waited 4 updates. So Flynn's could be 5 if that's the route. Yeah, because between 4, I don't even actually know the date here for Nouvellette. That would be 6 weeks prior. October, so it'd be late September to early April. Wait. Oh, that's plenty of time. Why is 4.1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That's 4 updates. Yeah, that's plenty of time. Nicole, what are you talking about? Yeah, Genshin Nicole. Remember Hexen's Nicole, former angel. It's more and more becoming a character I want to grab, though. Yeah, Bernadette fan, we're trying to predict the entire banners, like all the banners of Nodcry. So if you look at the calendar I put, they're in like light gray. So those are just predictions. These aren't leaks. These are based on like patterns that we see. Since we all have kind of noticed Hoyo being Hoyo. Lots of Sealy lore and Venti lore, and probably act as a good intro to Alice. I do think, let's see. But yeah, is there anyone that's like an early Nodcry character, like Llama, Nefer, or Durin, that would be a good choice to rerun alongside Raiden? Or do any of the remaining new characters make sense to run with Raiden? We currently have Capitano for 6. When do we think Alice and Varka run? I think Sandrone is probably like late. Alright, chat. Durin maybe, but Durin's probably with Varessa. I think Durin's first run would probably be with Varessa. So for their rerun, maybe they run with Raiden. Or, because again, we were saying how before, a lot of these Archons seem to make sense for them to rerun during Phase 1 with one of the new characters. Do any of the remaining new characters make sense with Raiden? Because if so, that would actually probably bump Raiden up to Phase 1. And then I should also... Are you serious about Luna? Yeah, no. I was looking at that too. I'm like, Luna 3 is like stacked. And we were like, this can't be real, right? But it just makes so much sense. Because if you think about it, like the Archon quest almost always ends like the main story during like the 0.2 updates, right? Which is the 3rd update. So Columbina is most likely Luna 3. And then you think about the Natline characters that haven't rerun yet as of right now, right? Varessa, Skirk, Escoffier, and Inefa, right? And Luna 3 is the perfect timing for them to rerun. It's like between 6 and 9 months. And of those, like which ones do you think make sense running in the same update as Columbina? Not Varessa. So that's why we moved Varessa to run alongside Durin, because that makes sense. And probably not either Inefa. So who's left? Skirk, Escoffier, and then if you consider that each update usually has at least one Archon rerun, Farina hasn't rerun in a while. We already had Nahida, so it's basically between Farina and Zhongli. Zhongli is not going to be in the same update as Columbina, Skirk, and Escoffier, so Farina makes sense. Yeah, Luna 3 will wreck Wallace, and the Freeze team update, yeah, right? So, yeah, Luna 3 is stacked. And here's the thing. Like, I'm like, I've got some pulls right now. I'm a little lower than I would like to be. But I absolutely have to save to make sure I can get Columbina. A Farina Khan is I would like a Farina Khan to get her to C2, and Escoffier. Like in terms of priority, it's for me. It's probably Columbina, Escoffier, Farina C2. So I'm probably skipping everything else. Like I'm probably gonna go for Yelan. But if I lose that 50-50, we're keeping that guarantee. We're not pulling for Yelan. As much as it would pain me, because I kind of really do want Yelan. But if we lose to Yelan, we're saving that guarantee. We're going for Columbina, Escoffier, and then hopefully a Farina Khan. Very glad I got Skirk C1, Farina C6, and Escoffier already. Yeah, I know I was kicking myself not going for Escoffier as soon as we got Skirk, because I wasn't even planning to get Skirk, but we did in 9 pulls. But yeah, no, Luna 3. We were looking at it, this can't be right, is it? And then we just looked at it and we were like, nope, this makes sense. When you consider like how long it's been since some of these characters reruns, when we expect Columbina to run, and when we expect Farina to run, it just makes sense. And it's just Hoyo being Hoyo. Nefer is a big grab for me. I probably, oh man, if Varese is phase 2 of Luna 2 though, I also kind of really want them. I really don't want to start swiping my credit card. You guys told me to Google for Farina. Did we? Her and Columbina are my 2 big must-haves. If I lose on Llama, I basically have to take the loss, sadly. No, yeah, I was like, if I lose to Yelan, I have to keep that guarantee. But the thing is, I would like Varese. I would like Columbina. Maybe I put Columbina in terms of priority. Columbina, Escoffier, Varese over Farina C2, which means I don't get Farina C2 until Snezhnaya, but you know, whatever. Oh, get. Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, Farina, I think, it would really help a lot of your teams. I have to give up on Varese, I think. I really want Varese. But in terms of priority, for me, it's probably Columbina, then Escoffier, then Varese. So, and again, in terms of how many pulls I'll have, it's not looking great. So by Luna 3, assuming I don't pull between now and then, I'm going to have 400 pulls. That's enough to guarantee 2. So I have to really hope I win some 50-50s. Farina's one of the most game-changing units in the game. Yeah, so she's absolutely worth it to get. Are there any others in Nod Cry that you're hoping to get Prince Fan? But a Scoffy, yeah, no, it's like, well, the thing is, like, they work well together. Like, you kind of want both. I think Farina, it has a bit more versatility than Escoffier, because she can work on a lot of teams. Like, she can work on a Chaska team. She can work on I have my AFK team. But yeah, she works on like an ice team, like with Skirk or eventually Bronya. Agreeing to only spend on double top ups makes life hard, especially since I will only have like 110 pulls before update drops. But yeah, guys, if I lose to Yelan, as much as I do want Yelan, I would have to hold on to the guarantee. Scoffy is just for freeze. Farina's like for every team that isn't RLK. Yeah, basically, yeah. So they're very versatile. So I think Farina is the better value there, but I understand wanting both because I absolutely want Escoffier as well. Only Farina as a whole, but I noticed a lot of people, like, and there was a big discussion on social media, I think last night, how like Moika is essentially the same character from beginning to end. Like she's always very positive, and like Farina, Hoyo did an amazing, like a masterful job in writing in terms of everyone hated Farina for like the first 2 updates, because like that's how her character was designed to be, and then you find out why she is the way she is, and then everyone's like major sympathy points right there, because like they did a fantastic job writing her. So yeah, a lot of people, most people, hated her for the first 2 updates. So yeah, people were debating like who's better written, Moika or Farina. I mean, I like both of them. They're very different characters, and they were written very differently. So a lot of people who I've seen hate Farina, but then I've seen a lot of them also skip story. That's probably it. But yeah, if you guys are looking at the calendar, if you have any ideas or suggestions there, because I want to try and predict as much of Nod Cry as I can. Obviously, I'm not going to get all of it right. Could you imagine? But yeah, now I also have to start considering when these Nod Cry characters are going to start to see reruns. We have Flynn's on here already. Llama's an Animo, right? Who else would go? Honestly, why am I against an actual skip button? Because that will just increase the number of people who skip story, but then act like they know everything. I think for main story, they should make it so if you're playing through the main story, there should not be a skip button. If you're playing through like side stuff, then yeah, add a skip button. The argument to that is if you're playing on an alt, it makes sense to have a skip button all the time. But there's no way for them to know that. Fine with one for side story. Yeah, side story is fine. It's just that it's hard because, like, again, I don't think you should have one when you're playing through the main story. But if you're playing on alts, I guess it's fair to want one. I guess I'll get her. She is very valuable, I will say that. Even if she's not your favorite character. Talked to someone the other day who complained about Farina inaccurately. And when pressed, I learned that they weren't paying attention during Act 5 and were spamming the A button. Yeah. Okay, do we know elements on Varka, Alice, or Sandrone? I'm trying to figure out where they would run. Like, if any of them make sense with Raiden's rerun or Kalmbina's rerun. Wait, let me also check how many Natlan characters got a rerun during Natlan. Molani, Kanich, Shilonin, Chaska, Moika Sitlali, Mizuki. We started seeing reruns in the 6th phase in Natlan. Whereas with Fontaine, or 6th update, it was as soon as Nouvelette, which is in the 5th. Sorry, no, also 6th. So the 6th update is when they started getting reruns. So the 0.5. So, okay, who got reruns here? Shalonin. Kanich. Shalonin was the first rerun? I guess, yeah. Shalonin, Kanich, Moika, And then we got Sit Lolly, Milani Chaska. So we had 6 of them. But again, if we assume they're doing one less update, that's potentially less reruns too. Varka's either Animo or Cryo. I mean, Animo makes sense, yeah. Those are the 2 elements of the wolf. Varka's heavily connected to the wolf. Okay. Do we think they run with Columbina? I think Columbina makes sense. Or they don't have to rerun with that with anyone, but maybe for Columbina's rerun, it could be. Yeah, it could be. I think it makes sense that Varka might be Luna 7. They don't necessarily have to rerun alongside Columbina, but being in the same update maybe makes sense. Kaizen check DMs. Is this Floral Voyage her Seed's like agent story? Or is this something else? Oh yeah, how many polls do I have? I was supposed to check that. 7 plus 22, it's 29. So 41. $205 or no, $305. Still above trend line, but I earned less today. Might have to skip Columbina. Well, they'll rerun during Nod Cry, so if you don't get them on their first run, they'll probably rerun again. I'm guessing around Luna 7. I do want to try and get Columbina on their first run. So for me, like, priority would be Columbina and then Escoffier and then Baressa, who actually runs sooner, I think, or reruns sooner. So I'll have to make that decision. Baressa's probably one of those I wait till special program. And then hope I'm wrong about Luna 3. Oh, I should probably do voting gauntlet. Oh my god, freaking same hell for the finals. Fine, whatever. Oh yeah, it was 30 pulls for Brenda Fan to get trigger. Oops, sorry. Do we know elements on Alice? Trying to think here. Actually, let me write this down. So, okay, what are the elements of all the Nod Cry characters that we know are coming? Let's see, notes. Not try. We have llama. Llama's Animo, right? Flynn's is, I don't even remember. Hope you're wrong about Escoffier. You know what? Honestly, me too. But it just makes sense. We have Nefer, Durin, Columbina. Yeah, because if Escoffier is not in Luna 3, we'll find out during the special program, and I can be like, oh, sweet, I can go for Varessa now. Columbina's Hydro. Okay. Llama and oh, they're Dendro. Okay, why do I think they were an Animo? Dendro, Nefer's Dendro. Durin's Pyro. Alice is Pyro. Okay. And we have Nicole. Varka. Sandrone. Assuming Capitano. If Llama was Animo, she would not be able to be used on Nilu teams. Okay. Capitano's probably Cryo, yeah. And the thing is, I don't think this is even a complete list. I think there's probably going to be more. Okay. Always a chance he gets a delusion, technically. Alright, so... And we said, let's see, Varka we said is either probably Animo or Cryo. And then we said Nicole, we don't know. What's Flynn's? Is Flynn's Electro? I can't remember. Yes, okay. What about Sandrone? Just randomly change the elements for no reason at all. Like Scarrow was Electro for 2 years and then suddenly Animo. Oh man. Alright, so okay, Natline got 6 reruns of their characters. If we have one less update, that's potentially as low as 2. I don't think they're gonna go that low. We already know they're gonna rerun Columbina. We're already expecting a Flynn's rerun. So maybe... let's plan on 4. That just means fewer non-cry reruns. But I also have to then also maybe check the list of characters that haven't rerun or will have not rerun in a while. So on that list of characters that haven't rerun already in a while, let's see here. Animal vision basically means your life is depressing and defined by tragedy. I will say this though, looking at the list of how many patches it's been since each limited character has rerun, we have 3 Mondstadt characters that will have not rerun in 13 patches. Albedo, Eula, and Kui. Do we think any of them get rerun separately from a Mondstadt's Chronicle Wish rerun? Like, I know a lot of them have ties to characters we're going to be seeing in Not Cry, but I don't know if they're going to be worth putting on a non-Chronicle Wish anymore. After that, we have Hu Tao at 8 patches, Linny at 7, Nuvalet at 7, Arlecchino at 6, Chloranda at 6, Siegeween at 5, Ridesley at 5. Okay, so there's that argument for a Fontaine Chronicle Wish. A lot of them haven't rerun in a while, but I just also feel like a lot of them haven't rerun enough. We got Shen Yun. Anima should have been defined better. Probably, yeah. Kazuo lost his friends. Kara views his life as being defined by betrayal. She's dealing with a split family and forced to basically lead a country because Varka off to chase the moon. Chaska lost her sister. The rainbow destined to burn. Do you guys know that Chaska, or not Chaska, shoot, I'm blanking. Koichi means rainbow, and the Archon quest is called The Rainbow Destined to Burn. When I read that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like perfect writing. Yeah, I know it hurts. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. I got sad a second time finding that out. All right. Do we think Lauma, Nefer, and Durin rerun during Nod Cry? We already have 2 that we expect to rerun, Columbina and Flynn's. Do we expect Lauma, Nefer, and Durin to rerun? And Nicole. I feel like Varka, Alice, and Sandrone probably might not see a rerun during Nod Cry. Those would probably have to wait. Chaska is legit my second favorite Genshin character. Her stories generally make her the heart of Natlan. Dude, I'm probably too tired to do story. I really do want to start this though. Maybe if I get a full sleep tonight. Again, we still have a football game, but we're also going to be coming home from the game early because of Jamboree the day after. So I can probably start stream a little earlier than I did today. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with like trying to predict the entirety of Nod Cry's banners. I don't know. It just fascinates me. It fascinates me that I feel confident enough to be like, okay, I know Hoyo's patterns enough to kind of be like, okay, this makes sense. This does make sense. Here's what I'm looking for. Oh, I should make a bingo card. Wait, how many are there here? It's 4 times 8. It's 32. How many on a bingo card? 25? I can make a bingo card. Because there's 28 left that aren't confirmed. Obviously, we already know one. There's 28 left. There's 25 spots on a bingo card. We can see which ones I'm most confident in putting them like in the prime spots. Don't see anyone replacing Chaska as my main at this point, so which is why I can't make a statement like that because like everything's constantly evolving, and keep getting new characters, new stories, and I can say a statement like if I was in your position, I would be like, it will be hard for anyone to replace Chaska anytime soon. Don't regret grabbing the C2 even right before a new region. No, yeah, Chaska is fantastic, both for exploration and for battle. But yeah, guys, now that I put actual artifacts with levels on my Silale, oh, hang on, be back, guys.
私も好きです。
俺がついてる。
もう一撃。
させないぜ。友情はいつしか
愛しています。
結婚へ。絆を育む任天堂 3DS ファイアーエンブレム覚醒。
風雲急を告げるバレンシア大陸。老騎士マイセンに鍛えられた少年アルムは邪悪な力から大陸の平和を取り戻すため長い戦いの旅に出るのであった。ゲームは物語を超える。ロールプレイングシミュレーションファミコンソフトファイアーエンブレム外伝。
大切な人たちのいるこの世界を救いたい。ついてきてくれますかみんな。僕は戦を終わらせる力となりたい。平和のために戦うこと、神竜様と共に旅立つことをお許しください。武力の国として私たちにも矜持がある。正々堂々と勝負をしたいんだ。
大切なのはその人が何を成し遂げたいのか。何に生まれても願う通り生きる。
あなたを失うと思ったらすごく怖くなった。このつながりをここで立っていくだなんて許さない。
12の指輪を集めて世界を平和にする。それが私に託された母さんの願いですから。
ファイアーエンブレムエンゲージ。
動乱の時代が訪れる。俺たちはこの戦いを生き残れると思うか。
お前も骨の髄まで利用してやる。
教団は何かを隠してる。バカでかい秘密は。
あなたの手で信じる道などなかった。
お前も俺を阻むのか。
死ぬまで戦うとからしくないだろう。
So war is coming then. You're a mercenary, right?
세계의 세력이 지배하는 땅.
I can join any house I want. I'm happy to spar with any of you. Whatever happens in this battle, it'll shape the future of Odin for years to come.
You can win this fight. I know you can.
파이어 엠블렘 무쌍 통화 서로.
そんな一斉に行く？
これ行きましょう。もうここに。
わわわわわわわわわ。
行きましょう。
うわ。
ちょっと静かにしてもらってもいいですかね。
私はこうするぞっていうのをちょっと見ていただきたいんですけど。
ちまちま言ってもダメ。
ちまちまじゃないですよ。頭を使ってるんですよ。
ちょびちょびじゃないですか。
いやもうほぼノーダメージで。
ノーダメージでいけないじゃないですか。
ファイアーエンブレム新紋章の謎。
This isn't where things end for us.
I want to see you so badly. There's so much I need to ask.
I hope this journey will bring us together again.
Rated teen.
You think your pathetic excuse for a kingdom can stand against us?
Fire Emblem Heroes.
This is Fire Emblem Awakening. The choices you make here last forever. So as you team up with allies on the battlefield to command your army of knights, archers, mages, and more,
You better make sure your strategy is right on, because every decision counts. This is life. This is death. This is Fire Emblem Awakening, only on the Nintendo 3DS. Rated T for Teen.
ゲームボーイアドバンスファイアーエンブレム聖魔の功績共に参りましょう
I don't want to stop helping them now.
Charge! You are our commander now.
But I have people I wish to protect.
If so, then I'm going to. You can't say no.
You've wounded Rigel's pride, and they will strike back without mercy.
When madness takes a god, man is lost. And where gods meet ruin, men die too.
Sorry about that, guys. We're back. All right. I don't think we're getting to the story. All right. Anyone come up with any other ideas for Genshin banners? I'm just trying to figure out other reruns, if there's any other new characters, because there's usually one new character per update, right? At least. Alright, you guys still there? Let me see. I'm gonna put Sandrone in Luna 8 Phase 1. Alright, is anyone still there? I think you guys are all gone. Alright, if that's the case... You're here? Okay. What question did I just ask? I don't even remember anymore. This is how out of it I am, guys. Again, as much as I want to play, I don't think we'll get to the story today. Having multiple conversations. Ooh, fun. What was the question I just asked? I don't even remember. Did I ask that question? I don't even remember. Whatever. Okay. Nicole. Alice. Capitano. So Alice is... Okay, so we have Luna 5 and Luna 7. One could be Alice and one could be Varka. Yeah, between 5 and 7, unless we want to move... No, because I think Moeka is definitely 6. Or Luna 6, so I think Capitano is going to be the new one for that one, if that's what we expect. So 5 and 7, assuming Sandrone would be 8. Assuming they're playable. Again, I know they were added as they were announced as a character that's going to make an appearance. I don't know if they're essentially confirmed as playable, but I'm assuming for now they are. So between 5 and 6, we have Varka and Alice. It doesn't mean we can't also have another update that has 2 new characters. I just feel like it's less likely in the back half. Because Natlan only did that in 5.0 and 5.3. When we got Mulani and Kanish, and when we got Moika Silali. But yeah, I am like fascinated with trying to get this prediction as accurate as I can. It's just as more like a mental test, like not a mental test, but like a test of like how well I understand Hoyo's thinking at this point. By the way, I finally got my first 5-star in P5X that I actually wanted. Is it anyone I know? Or is it one of the new characters? So now I kind of want to actually play the game. Is everyone having that same sentiment? It's Cord. Okay, and you sent me that one, right? Yeah, you showed me before, yeah. So, okay. Sandrone. Imagine Sandrone on a summer event. Update. Luna 8. And how many reruns did Fontaine? Because Natlan had 6 Natlan reruns. Fontaine, let's see, Nouvellette, Linny. Farina. Navia. So they only had 4. Is that right? Interestingly, though, Linny already had a rerun in Fontaine, but then they had another rerun in Natlan. So that doesn't... That means that we could have a rerun of a Natlan character that has already had their rerun. Yeah, they go to Hard Pity twice. Ugh. Which isn't surprising, as you basically go to Hard Pity 99% of the time in P5X. Oh, there's no, like... 50-50 system, so you go to Hard Pity, or wait, you're saying you went Hard Pity, I'm assuming 50-50 then. You went to Hard Pity, lost, and Hard Pity, and got them again, and got them on the second. I'm an Archon collector, and you don't have Zhongli. Zhongli I'm expecting in Luna 2. Yeah, because it took me. I started. Well, obviously I got Farina and then I got Raiden. And at that point, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should go for all the Archons. But it took me all the way through like most of Natland to get those. So essentially 2 nations. Because Venti was the last one I didn't have. Yeah, Zhongli, and it really is only good for like shielding at this point. I have enough pulls to do it one more hard pity. I'm saving for Futaba. That's fair. That's fair. Futaba is cool. There technically is a soft pity, but it's so soft that 99% of the time you still have to do all 80. Okay. I don't know if I'll necessarily go for them. And if I do, it's not going to be until a rerun anyway. But yeah, my priority, I think, going forward at the moment, which is hard because they're not appearing in this order, is probably Columbina, Alice. No, Columbina, Escoffier, Alice. Varessa. Stream's back. It died real fast. Honestly, I'm not that excited for Alice. I want to get them. What's up, Destiny? Outside of Duran and Flynn, she may be my least hyped. I could do a tier list of like how much I want the non-try characters. There's only like what, 8, 9, 10. Bum, 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 bum. Chat, we're gonna end as soon as I hit the 2-hour mark. Like, I can't stay awake. Goddamn Luna 3. Oh my god. What were some other past like December updates? December, January was Moika Sitlali, Arlecchino, Corand. Nobazeus, welcome in. How you doing today? I'm like super tired. We were supposed to start the story for 2.2 today. We didn't even start because I'm like too tired. How you doing today? Did you pull on anything? That's a devastating update for 5.3 as well. Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean? The the Moika Sitlali? Yeah, that was. And like I remember, I think you were also like, oh my gosh, Moika and Sitlali, and then you were also going for Arlecchino's weapon at the time, right? And Cloran, maybe he's not like at the same level as everyone else there, but they're still pretty cool. Finish all the animations. I was watching you about last. Hey, let's go. Oh shoot, that reminds me. I have to do some stuff tonight. Ah, shit. I guess I have time at work tomorrow. Like Fridays are the day I have like a ton of time. But there are some stuff I would like to finish before midnight tonight. Guys, I gotta buy a new drone. That they cost me like $1,000. Oh my god. You're not spending that much for Luna 3 though, right? Because you said you have most of them, right? You just gotta get like Columbino. I like the kind of the reason I need to set limits on spending. I can't like really like blame you or anything like that, because I mean, keep in mind, guys, there was one time they announced some Fire Emblem jackets, and then before breakfast I spent $6,000. Like order. That was funny though. I'm spending more than double top-ups, Welkins, and occasional battle pass now. Yeah, I only do the Welkins. I mean, I'm not opposed to spending. I just don't want to. We do need a swipe emote though. Like, which close up? I don't know. I think you spelled Jane was Jane wrong. I think you spelled while wrong. This makes me feel a bit better. Oh, by the way, guys, I lost the Powerball yesterday. I didn't get the 100, or I didn't get the 1.4 billion. Oh well. Actually, I made that comment to my oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hello, I'm Mark. I'm here to checking a watch streak. Oh, welcome in. Yeah, we do stream every day. Most streams are better than this stream where I'm like ridiculously tired. I had a 13-hour workday. Well, I guess I had like a 1-hour break in there somewhere. But no, I came home from rehearsal and I was like, we're gonna start the 2.2 story in ZZZ, and like we just have not been. I have not had the energy because I don't want to start it and like pass out. So we're gonna hold off. Tomorrow though, I should be able to start. But yeah, no, if you're here for the first time, welcome in. My name is Christian. I stream every day on this channel. This is day 2506. Yeah, 2506 in a row streaming. Mostly games like Fire Emblem and other Nintendo games like Zelda and Pokemon and Xenoblade. Lately we've been doing a lot of Hoiverse games, so like Genshin, Starro, and ZZZ. I did my dailies already in ZZZ, and we are also talking about Genshin's Nod Tri banners. We're trying to like predict all of Nod Tri's banners. Not all teachers are old. Yeah, exactly. I'm not old. Bum bum ba-dum bum bum. But yeah, thank you for the follow. And if you guys want to join the Discord, the chat bot just linked our Discord as well. But we probably won't be on much longer though, because I do have some stuff I need to get done before going to bed. I'll probably have to like procrastinate, and some of it I'll be like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow at work, because I have a bit of a break tomorrow. But some of those might not. I don't know how if I can do it quickly enough. But yeah, I gotta buy a new drone for the band I work for, so I'll get reimbursed eventually. But yeah, what do you want me to call you? Is it Raquel? Raquel me? I gotta do so much work on so many games. Losing 200 while brushing teeth. No, that's hilarious. Okay, that's not my fault. That was a stock market thing. Might have been like a Bitcoin thing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was like something like stocks or Bitcoin or investing in something. I was like, oh, it just right down. Like, I can easily lose more than that in like a day, but like in the span of brushing teeth, that's impressive. Not the right kind of impressive I would like, but still impressive nonetheless. Bum bum. But yeah, Raquel, me, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Even Astrobot has a deadline. Since I need to format the PS5 in like a week to sell it. But it's still saved to like your account though, right? Or a memory card, or I don't know how that works on the PS5. Alright. Guys, I want to try and finish predicting all of Notry's banners before Notry starts. I just don't know when that would be. We have to finish the 2.2 story though, so we're going to try and actually do this tomorrow. If it is as short as Destiny says, we might end up streaming past midnight, but I'm going to try and finish it tomorrow. But if we have to go into Saturday, that's fine too. Again, it'll probably be... Actually, no, I wouldn't be able to stream in the morning. Yeah, it'll be after I get home. I shouldn't be too tired because it's not that long a day. But we'll see. Just bought Silk Song, but probably won't get to it for a while. I'm just factory resetting the system to wipe all my stuff. Don't want niece and nephews having all my data. So you're not going to be able to save any of that? That's actually kind of sad. All the progress. At least, like, can you, like, capture it and record it? That's what I would do. But they move it at the end of the month, so I gotta get everything ready. No, yeah. Nope, I lose everything. No. Even if I do lose everything, I like the idea that I'm trying to preserve everything. 100% the game and take a picture. You can't like record video of it, capture it, because you have a capture card, right? Doesn't work anymore. You want to buy mine? I have an old one. It's 1080p. Because I upgraded to 4K for my Switch 2. But you probably would want a 4K at this point. But if you ever want it, I have an HD one. It's the Elgato HD 60S Plus. Because the Elgato actually upgraded me for free to that one, because my previous one was the model before that. It was no longer compatible with my computer with the OS update, so they upgraded to me for that one for free. Can't afford a new one. I know it worked in 2019, but now it doesn't. If you ever want my HD 60S Plus, let me know. Ba-da-da-dum. Alright. Chat, I think we're going to end. Destiny's going to be like, I can't believe you didn't start the story. I'm like, guys, I'm so tired. Like, I want to be conscious when I'm playing through the story, because I want to be able to kind of catch all the details. Like, Destiny even gushing about, like, oh, I hope you paid attention to 2.0 and 2.1 with all the foreshadowing. And I'm like, great. I want to be, like, conscious enough to be like, oh, yeah, I remember that, or I remember that being set up, and, oh, that's what they meant by that, and stuff like that. Whereas if I'm, like, in my current state, I'm going to be, like, oblivious to all of that. You guys know it. Probably won't get the story till phase 2. I want to finish it before this weekend is over, because I like once Genshin Nodcry launches, that's the focus. Yeah, exploring what we can of Nodcry. Honestly, I'll own Orphe by then. No, yeah, I want to get 2.2 done by the weekend. Because the plan for the next couple streams, again, we've set aside, not just today, but also tomorrow, Friday. Sorry, no, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Faye. Faye tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, we have time for ZZZ 2.2. And if we really wanted to, we could probably do Monday as well. Genshin, the maintenance is going to be on Tuesday, but we're not going to start story stuff until Wednesday. And since I'm not pulling for Llama or Nahida, I'm not doing Genshin on the Tuesday. I might do my dailies on the stream though, because like once maintenance is over, you know how like whenever you pull up Genshin for the first time after maintenance, like Paimon says something and there was like stuff on the screen and stuff like that. So I want to get that on screen just in case. So we might still play a little bit of Genshin on Tuesday, but the main focus is going to be doing story on Wednesday. Don't even get the root canal till Monday. I don't want to do a longer stream until I have the crown in, and then even then I'll probably need a couple days to kind of get used to it and feel good enough to be talking. But yeah, we've set aside next Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday for Genshin. Why not Thursday and Friday? Hold on. Because Saturday I have a competition. I don't even... I gotta talk for hours and end. I want it to not hurt. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Alright, chat. Where are we gonna send you? I still want to kind of work on this. I'll probably post it in Discord and we can kind of figure things out. Who do we raid? Ruby's doing 3 houses. Sakura Amphi's doing... looks like Club Penguin. Mesa's doing Genshin. I mean, I guess I could go there. I don't raid Mesa as much anymore because they sometimes get raided by... or sometimes they even raid. There's a person who basically posted a YouTube video of their Fire Emblem collection, and it was actually my collection. And they did it repeatedly in that video too. Like, they didn't quite say it was their collection, but they basically kind of implied it was. So I kind of don't go there anymore. But since that person's not on... let me see if they're in Mesa's chat. Hopefully the 4th molar doesn't shatter too. Shatter? They said it looked better than the others, so there's hope. Oh, that's good. Should I ever call them out on it? No. It's fine. In my mind, the best way to kind of counter that. Honest, I mean, it's fine. The best way I can go, so part of the reason, you know, my current picture of the collection, because they used the picture from before that. My current picture of the collection now has me lying on the ground with my collection around me. Part of the reason I'm in the picture, actually no, okay, wait, no, the one they used was 2 collection pictures before that, and because they did that, the one after that, and then the current one, I'm in the picture. That's why I'm in the picture for the last 2. So one, I'm lying on the ground on, like, the most recent one, I'm lying on the ground with everything around me. The one before that, because like a lot of the ones before that, everything was just kind of sitting up on my desk and it wasn't like lying down like on the most recent one. It was all sitting on my desk. I stood behind on the side of my desk, so it was in the picture, like almost like a group photo kind of, because that way no one could do that again. So that's my way of basically combating that, is just basically using myself as a watermark. So, but it looks like they're not in their chat, so we could go to Mesa if they're doing the... Kaizen, have you done the paralogism yet? You've done paralogism, right? Or no? Ruby's doing 3 houses. Oh, Taylor's on. They're doing Wind Waker. You haven't? Okay. Then we probably won't go there today. We can go there on other days as long as the other person's not there. Let's see. I forgot Dahlia was the thing. That's right. I don't have Dahlia and I don't have Aoife yet, as far as 4 stars go. trying to sit down to do it. Something comes up immediately. Oh, no, it's fine. I get that. I get that. Universe is against me, I swear. Well, I wanted to start 2.2 tonight, but like that didn't happen. Like I legit want to get started on the story because I want to finish it before Nod Cry, so I can focus on that. You know what I mean? Tell you what, to make up for not starting this today, Destiny, are you still here too or no? Chat, I'll let you pick. I'll do, because I have a ton of polls in ZZZ. I'll do a 10 poll for either character. I feel like you guys are going to say Trigger, which is fine. If you want, not right now, not right now. We'll do it at the start of the next ZZZ stream to make up for it. Because I wasn't planning on polling for either of these characters. But I will do a 10 poll for either character at the start of Saturday's stream. That's my making it up to you guys. Because I should still be fine for Evelyn and then Vivian and so on. Make sure I'm here. So I should be back around my 9 to 9:30 p.m. I want to see you get Trigger. A 10 poll. A 10 poll. Okay. Let's send you to Ruby then. Because there are points in 3 houses. We can talk Fire Emblem. Alright. If you're subbed, copy the High Papayas. Make me jealous so there's a 99% chance. If you're not sub but have channel points, redeem the High Papaya. Not the High Papaya, the Hildebonk, and then use the old raid command. And if you're not sub and don't have channel points, use the regular raid command. Ruby Haven. And as usual, follow on social media. Join the Discord. Have a great rest of your night, guys. And I'll get some rest, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Sorry for being too tired and sleepy. All right. Bye, guys.